Okay, good morning class. So today we're looking at the first paper of November from the second paper. No, the first paper. We completed the first paper. We got up until we did all of these questions. Okay, I remember that one. We did number 6. 6.2? Yes. 6.3? It is 6. 6.4 we must do. Okay, so before the what's the name cuts out, the electricity, let's complete this paper quickly. You can watch it later on and you can just come confused about something. Otherwise, just let me know. Okay. Determine the equation of if, G, and H and K in the diagrams below. So if, I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over. I'm going to work out if first. Okay, so if is that graph going through there? Do I have 2 points that this graph is going through? Yes. Negative 1 and 0, and 0 and negative 3. Negative 1 and 0, and 0 and negative 3. So you say y is equal to mx plus c. How do you calculate m? M is your gradient, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if this is x1, y1, this will be x2, y2. So it's going to be negative 3 minus 0 over 0 minus minus 1, which is negative 3. Doesn't make sense. Yes, the graph is lying to the left. It's a decreasing function. Can you see that? And what is your y-intercept here? Negative 3. So your c value is negative 3. So your equation is y is equal to negative 3x minus 3. And this is the equation of f of x. Okay. Any confusion there? If you're looking at g of x is this line here. What do you notice about this line? It's parallel to f of x graph. So if it's parallel to the f of x, what do we know? Gradients are equal. So the gradient of this line, of the parallel line, is going to be negative 3. So y is equal to negative 3x plus c. But what is your y-intercept here? 1. So your c value is going to be 1. So y is equal to minus 3x plus 1. Since it's the equation of g of x, then I'm going to put the g of x equals. People, any confusion here? Any confusion? No. Let's go with the next one. So the next question determine the equation of h and k here. So what's the equation of h? So it's going to be that graph here. Do we have 2 points that this graph is going through? No. I only have 1, which is 0 and 1 there. Not so. I'm going to say for h, I have, for h of x, I have 0 and 1. Now we need to get another point on this graph. Not so. So the most likely point I can work out is that one, the P. Not even P. Yes, P. Why? Because why the rise and the run is the same. So it's 5 and 5. Which means to say if that is 1, this is also going to be 1 here. Not so? If that is 2, that will be 2. 3 and 3. 4 and 4. 5 and 5. 6 and 6. Okay, the rise and the run is the same. Why? Because of the gradient remains the same. It's the same line. The slope is the same. Right? So if this is 1 and 1, then what's the coordinates of B? Negative 1 and? How can it be 1 if it's on your x-axis? Oh, you're saying negative 1 and 0. Okay. You guys agree with that? So B, it is negative 1 and 0. Again, to work out the gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if that is x1, y1, x2, y2. So it's going to be 0 minus 1 over minus 1 minus 0, which gives you an answer of 1. Does it make sense? Yes, the graph is increasing. Did you see that, people? What is my C value? You see is your y-intercept. What is your y-intercept? 1. So your m is 1 and your y is 1. So the equation of h of x is y is equal to 1x plus 1. And that is h of x. Okay. Let's look at the next one. The next one, they want you to work out k of x. And k of x is parallel to your x-axis. K of x is parallel to your x-axis. So it has a consistent y reading. A constant y reading. And what is your y value here? 3. What's the y value here? 3. Y value will always be 3 along that curve. You guys understand? So what's the equation of k of x? K of x is y is equal to 3. Does it make sense, people? Mark that in. Right. Yes, can we come sit down? Yeah, it's still good. It's halfway. No, she's absent. Any confusion, people? Any confusion? No? Hence, determine the coordinates of A, B, and C. We got B. Not so. B's coordinate is 6.4.2. B's coordinate is going to be negative 1 and 0. Then they want you to work out B. Oh, A, sorry, A. I'm missing A. So A on the other diagram. No? I'll come back to A now. And C. C is here. This is also the point of intersection of your two lines. Can you see that, people? The points of intersection. How do you work out points of intersection? So the two graphs equal to each other. Did we do that already? No. But what do we know about C? What do we know about coordinates of C? Remember k of x is equal to 3. So what do we know about C at this point? What is equal to 3? The y value is 3. So, and we don't know the x value. But the x value can be calculated. How can you calculate the x value? By substituting C, which is x and 3, into which graph? Into the graph of h of x. Why not g of k of x? Because k is straight 3. It's not going to help us. So we have an x and a y. So these are y. So we're going to have 3 is equal to, what's my x value? Still x plus 1. So how do we get x on its own? We get over. So x is equal to 2. Can I now conclude what C is? C would be 2 and 3. Does it make sense? I'm going to come back to A now. Huh? Okay, let's go straight. So what do you notice about A here? What do you notice about A? What do you notice about A? A is what? Okay, A is your x intercept of g of x. So how do you work out x intercept? We let y equal to 0. But remember, we have worked out the equation of g of x. G of x equation is g of x equals, go back, what do we get g of x to be? G of x equal to y equals negative 3x plus 1. So how do you work out x intercept? Let y equal to 0. So this is a, you see g of x is a y value, not some, g of x is a y. So I say 0 is equal to negative 3x plus 1. They get over the equal sign. So 3x equal to 1 divided by 3. So x equal to 1 over 3. Ever answer the question? No. What was the question? The coordinates. So therefore the coordinates of A is 1 over 3 and 0 there. Do you guys understand? Let's go to the next question. The next question says, let me first take this off. Okay? This is the end of the page. See? Okay, the question says, just take this out here. What is the equation of the line perpendicular to K above? So it's perpendicular to K and passing through the point 3 and 5. Okay? What was the coordinates of C? 3 and 3. We worked out C. What was C? 2 and 3. So if I just put this in perspective, 3 and 5 will land up approximately here. No, not there. It should be higher. Okay? So 3 and 5 would lie approximately here. So if this is 2, 3 is approximately here, so 3 and 5. People, is perpendicular. What does perpendicular mean? It's at 90 degrees. If this line is parallel to the x-axis, 90 degrees of this line will then be parallel to your y-axis. Does it make sense, people? It says, what is the equation of the line perpendicular? So it's standing 90 degrees. To K, this is K. Can you see that? And passing through the point 3 and 5. So what's the equation? Who can tell me what's the equation of this line? If this is y is equal to 3, what will the equation of this line be? Yes, x is equal to? X is equal to? 5. Why? Because it's going to have a consistent or a constant. No, not 5. We have a consistent reading of x is equal to 3. The x value. Okay. Sorry? Yeah. X is equal to 3. The equation of that line B will be x equal to 3. If I take this point here on this line, it will be 3 and 0. Can you see that? This would be 3 and there's a y value of 3. This should be, if this is minus 1 here, a y value of minus 1, this would be 3 and minus 1, and so on and so on. Can you see that? What you notice, anywhere on this line, you have an x value of 3. So the equation of that line is x is equal to 3. Okay? And the last question, it says solve for x and y if 5 minus okay, I think I can just carry on from here. If 5 minus x plus 2 is the one equation and y is equal to 2x minus 1. So what needs to be done first then? What needs to be done first? We need to find, yes? Solve for x first. Not so. If you look at the first equation, what do you notice? It only has an x. Not so. In the second equation, we have a x and a y. Not so. So what we do is we're going to now solve for x. So how are we going to solve for x in the first equation? We take 2 over the equal sign. Not so. So it's going to be 5 minus 2 is equal to negative x. Okay, that's not bad, no? So we got negative x equals what the 3 is. So I divide both sides by negative. So x is equal to negative 3. Okay, it's load shedding now. So I'm drawing with a mouse. Okay, I'm doing a bad job of it. Alright. So what do we do with that negative 3? We substitute that into equation 2. So y is equal to 2. What's my x value now? Negative 3 minus 1. And what is 2 times negative 3? Negative 6. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. And that sum is worth 3 marks. Right, you guys understand? Right. Have you guys completed paper 2 already? Sorry? Did not say you must do that. Sorry? Half. Okay. So during tomorrow's lesson, we're going to complete the paper. So I'll give you a chance now to complete the full paper. Or the other half of the paper. Is that okay? Yes. Right. You guys can get started with it now. Did you put the electric off, Michael?